Okay. Now that I'm out of breath and can't talk. Where's the food? What are you doing in here? Food. More food. That should be all I need today. Maybe a sweatshirt, but I'll grab that. Wow, I'm out of breath. Did that close? God dang. This is a rough start to the morning. Woo! You know, I have these kind of starts to my morning more often than I should. Oh, look at that beast. What was I getting over here? I don't even know. That is truly just a beautiful machine. Look at that. No, unfortunately, that's not what we're running today. But we are running that. Again. Sorry if you wanted something different today, but that's pretty much what I'm doing today. I just thought I'd get another video out for you guys. See if I can't get hit by a vehicle today. That'd be fun, huh? Do some interesting content. Or if I break my ankle going through here. Oh. Oh. This field's pretty ripe too. That's nice. That it? I don't know how I did that, but alright, that works. Got her up and running, and she is cold. Very cold. Huh? Connect! It's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days. So yeah, today I'm obviously mock tilling. Running about 9.6 miles an hour, roughly to 10 mile an hour. We're running it a bit deeper in the ground this time. Thought I got a rock. And it's pulling pretty hard. Not as hard as it normally does, but it's pulling hard. The mock till is very hard on tractors and transmissions too. When you're pulling at 10 mile an hour, the transmission, if it's on full auto, it's just constantly trying to find something. It's constantly shifting. So I'm running it in manual now. It's a little bit less fuel efficient, but I'm not having to think about, wow, every shift here that I'm hearing one more and will the tranny be in the field? So yeah, I don't know if it's the right thing, but I've seen a lot of guys running in manual, and I just like running in manual now. Some of these hills though, you kind of got to shift down to pull a bit easier, but that's what I've been doing. And I think the other guy that's been running this started doing it too, but I don't really know. Another thing with this channel, I would really like to start doing more videos on, you know, what an organic crop farm really is, like how we do things, I mean, obviously this fall it's kind of harder for me to show that because we don't have any crops in the ground really. There's nothing green out here other than the weeds, but this fall I can basically show you what we do for residue management, how we turn the soil over, what we use for tillage. And yeah, that's about all I can do this fall. I also have to really make the most of my time as well, because I don't know if you know or not, but I am in high school still, so all week long I'm busy. I have school during the day and then football practice right after school, and that goes until about sometimes 7 o'clock. So I only get to do so much between 7 and whatever time. And it's kind of difficult, but so yeah, I'm trying to record as much as I can, but it is a little bit difficult because, I mean, today's Saturday. The last video I did was on Saturday. The one on the 9RX, I don't remember what day that was. That was like a Tuesday or a Thursday, I don't know. But, yeah. I'm trying to do what I can, record what I can on the days that I can with the time that I have. Today is a Saturday. I have time, so I'm recording a video. I don't know. I just kind of enjoy doing them. They're really fun to do. I don't ever watch them. I just kind of throw all the clips together and then just upload them. Sometimes I do some editing. Not a lot, though. If it needs some editing, I will do some, but most of the time they should be good to go. It's just if I need to put clips together here and there, that I'll put those together, throw some extra stuff in them. Otherwise, I don't really have to do much. Well, that's not fun. Why did you do that? Oh, I see. This is gonna be a fun one. Yeah. I'm getting too old for this crap. Come on. You know you want to come out of there. There you go. I was wondering why I was plugging up back here. I see now. I see. Oh, buddy. I'm gonna fall over. I hurt myself.
Continued to pile on as they took a 32-0 lead with 4 first-quarter touchdowns, 3 of them on the ground from Tyler Mills, as well as a second-quarter field goal. Bishop Garrigan made a quarterback change in the second quarter, putting freshman Drew Mahler in, and on his first drive, he hits Jack Grangenet on a 30-yard touchdown pass. At halftime, it was 39-8. Bishop Garrigan started the second half with an onside kick, recovered, and drove down and scored a touchdown on a Mahler touchdown pass to Aiden Hovey. On the very next possession, Northwood Kensett fumbled on their own 10-yard line and Bishop Garrigan recovered, but the Golden Bears couldn't keep the momentum as they had a fumble of their own a couple plays later. After that, Bishop Garrigan could not regain the momentum as Northwood Kensett would go on to win 53-14. The Vikings improved to 6-2 and they will be headed to the playoffs. Bishop Garrigan wraps up the regular season 3-5 and on a 5-game losing streak. And West Bend Mallard ended their regular season with a bang, defeating River Valley 63-8 last night.
Oh, yeah.
The Wolverines rolled up 36 first-quarter points, and it wasn't just the offense that was working well. West Bend Mallard also forced 5 turnovers, including 2 picks from Lucas Fair. On the ground, the Wolverines had 7 touchdowns, 2 from Joe Nader, 2 from Landon Montag, and 1 each from Aaron Massner, Max Fair, and Garrett Fair. West Bend Mallard wraps up the season 3-5. West Bend Mallard wraps up the regular season 3-5. River Valley goes to 1-7. And in a game of playoff implications,
that was a fun game last night. If you're wondering, that score was just our game.
The Warriors came into the game needing a win.
Got some pretty intense hills right here. Some of you guys, some of you farmers from hillier areas are probably laughing at me, but when you're pulling something at 10 miles an hour, those hills are pretty rough. They're pretty tough to pull. You gotta shift her down to a lower gear. You can maybe pull it at 6-7 mile an hour if you're lucky. If you're lucky. Some pretty interesting hills on this field though. This field is definitely not flat. Question is, will I finish this before I run out of go-go juice? That is currently the question. I really hope I have enough fuel. I mean, it's not a big deal. The place is just, my home place is just over there. I can go get fuel, but I really don't want to. That would kind of suck. Because then I'd have to come back here, finish this, and do the ends, because we put chicken litter on this, so I'd have to work it in. So I will have to do the ends. And then I have to drive all the way back, and then like 4 miles east. No, 5, because I gotta go to Maryland's, our next field. I gotta work some ground there. I gotta work the ends and what they have combined already. So I'd rather just be, I'd rather just finish this, and then I'd rather go up to the place, get some fuel, and then head there fully loaded with fuel, instead of having to stop here, go get fuel, come back, and then go. Be a whole lot simpler if I could just finish this, go get fuel, and head to the field. That is diesel. Got a leak. That is a leak. I don't know if I was running it too hard or what. I don't think I was running it that hard. I mean, I was running, what, 1850 to 2,000 RPMs. Every time I got to the hills, I shifted down. Doesn't feel loose. Ooh, that's hot. These bottom ones aren't loose. This thing's still pretty hot. At least got to the end row here and stopped. Stuff like this that I kind of feel stupid for, because I feel like it's my fault, and it probably is. Well, that's the one, that top one right there. Maybe. If it's not, I have no clue what it is, because there's no liquid above it. And when I came out here, it was slightly dripping off this top one. Right in here. If you can see that. Well, that kinda sucks. I was kind of wondering why so I was just running. I noticed it about 3/4 of the way coming down this pass, and my diesel bar dropped a couple bars, and I saw some diesel kind of go up against me. Yeah, you can see it. You can see some of the diesel that some even hit the windshield. I didn't really know what it was. I just kind of limped back to the end and got out. So yeah, I didn't really think it was a diesel, like a fuel leak though, but I guess that's a fuel leak. That sucks. It really sucks. We have been running this tractor in manual recently too, instead of full auto. Because it was last week we started running in manual. Maybe we have been running in manual. The guys have, and I just never noticed. But every time I got in it, it was in full auto. Until somebody was running in manual and told me to run it in manual because it was easier on the transmission and a little bit less fuel efficient though. And I just run it in manual since because it felt like it was a lot easier on the transmission. But maybe that was the issue with this. I really don't know. I'm not the genius that knows all this, unfortunately. I'm still learning. But, yeah. Kind of feel like an idiot because, one, I probably should have caught that even just a little bit sooner. Probably a lot sooner. Wondering if the reason it happened was not running in manual. I don't know, but I'm gonna blame this one on me. I'm definitely gonna blame this one on me. I don't know. It happens. So now I guess I don't know, what time is it? Like 2? What is it, 2? Yeah, it's like 2 o'clock. I have no idea where my truck is. Oh yeah, I do, it's here. Duh. So my truck's here. I'm gonna hop in that. Head somewhere, I don't know yet. Yeah, this sucks. Supposedly they're combining. I'm pretty sure they're combining right now. The rest of the guys are. So I'm kind of out here on my own. And I broke something. So yeah. Kind of on my own. I'll walk back, grab my truck, and don't really know from there. So yeah. Oof. So I'm gonna try and see here where this leak's coming from. Pretty sure it's this top line though. Right up here. Let's see where it goes. This is tough because everything's really hot. Where does that go? Alright, there goes up there, connects there. In here, it's got this little box. Somehow I gotta climb up. Give me a sec. Currently headed back to the shop to grab a wrench. There's a cover in the way, and I gotta take some pictures so we can kind of get an idea where it's leaking out of, just making sure nothing's cracked or broken. So I'm gonna take a couple pictures, send them to Carson, and he's gonna send them to Deere, and then they'll probably have somebody come out and take a look at it. But in the meantime, I think I might be headed to a plow. I don't really know yet. Well, I took that cover off of here because it was in my way and I couldn't see. It's really hard to see anything really. Right here is where it's leaking from, somewhere in there. Thinking it's this here. Got some pictures to Carson. Hopefully you can use those. But now I am headed to run a plow. Yeah. So, oh no, here's my hat. Oh, dang it. I need my hat. So, yeah, I'm gonna head to one of our other places, grab a plow. Half should be it. And yeah, I will start plowing there, I guess. I'll probably just bring this hood down until they're here so the wind doesn't decide to do anything stupid to it. But yeah, that's kind of the state of things. Well, now I'm plowing. She's a-going. Running on corn ground here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I did my first strip. So how you set up these lands, this is actually my first time doing this. Usually when I get in it, there's already land set up and I'm just doing it. But setting up a land, how you do it is you take one pass down. First, you obviously go up to the edge of your field. You want to make sure you're not against the edge of the field though, because when we fill in the big furrows, you can see there's a trench right there. That's because that the very back bottom on the plow makes that trench and it doesn't get filled in, if you don't know how a plow works. And the front of the plow, this wheel has no trench to go in, so it's just riding on the surface. The first two bottoms are usually out of the ground, but the rest are in. And the back is making the furrow, which is obviously that trench. And when you go down, you have a trench on this side, because I went north and the trench was on this side. And then what you do is you turn around and come down this exact same pass, and then your trench is on that side. So you have a trench on both sides. So now I can just go down this way and this wheel will be in the trench and my first bottom can get into the dirt and flip over the soil. And then I can just come around this side and keep going, and just goes like that and that and that. And it takes about 50 years to do 10 acres, but it's really satisfying and it looks cool. So this tire right here, it isn't exactly in the furrow because this furrow kind of got filled in when I came back this way, but it's where it needs to be. The back there, you can't really see it, but it's digging the furrow. So when I come down this side next time, this tire will be perfectly in that furrow. Hopefully this works out pretty well. It's really satisfying. It is really satisfying. Last year I had a bad experience with plowing, so I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. But this year, hopefully, things are a little different. I figured it out a little bit better. And yeah, I do really like plowing though. It is satisfying. It's just getting it to work is kind of my struggle. But it looks like it's working just fine. And it looks like it's doing a good job. I'm also, right now, I'm in an 8370 RT. I think it's a 2019 or something like that, I don't know. So it's still a decent tractor to be in. I am not complaining at all. Even the 8360s, sometimes I like to run just to kind of get the old cab smell. Like 2014, actually starting in like 2008, 2009. Those cabs, they have a different smell and a different feel to them that I just like. It's really nice. But I can't complain with these cabs either. They're nice. John Deere, I think, will for a very long time have everybody else beat when it comes to their cabs. Their cabs are very well designed. Their cabs are a bit smaller than case cabs, I know that for sure, but they're way quieter, they're way comfier, and I just overall like them better. Sound system too. Case has absolutely no sound system whatsoever. It's just terrible. Whereas a Deere has, I think, in my opinion, and from what I've heard, the best sound system in the industry. And that's kind of a big deal for me, because when it's late at night, sometimes I just like to crank on the tunes and kind of, yeah, that's basically what I do. I just crank up the tunes, set the auto steer button, look behind me, and that's it. But with this, it's, I don't know, I don't really, you know what, I'm just gonna stop talking now. How about that? I'm gonna stop talking now. This is my just unlucky day. Why? This hose is a piece of junk though. It couldn't have gotten pinched in anything. I mean, I can't imagine how it would have gotten pinched in that anyhow. It's coming out of this, like right here. It's coming right out of there. I don't understand. There's no way it could have gotten pinched in there. It's not long enough. There's no way, even if the tractor was turned, that it would get caught in there. I'm trying to figure out, I'm pretty sure this is just wear. It looks like this hose just wore down over time. I mean, look at this. The whole hose. It's not like it got pinched at all. It's like it just wore down completely. These other hoses, you can see there's some signs of... Actually, no, it's just this hose. These other hoses all look like they got replaced at some point. This one does not. This one's got some chunks missing out of it. But I don't understand. There's no way it could have gotten pinched in there. So it did not get pinched. This had to have been worn down over time after it just rubbed on stuff. Wait a minute. Well, that's not good. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like that. That one's tight. Huh. I think this is supposed to be like this. This is tight up here. There's supposed to be a gap there that big? This is weird. That just does not seem right. Another thing, while I'm out here and waiting for Carson to bring me some good old duct tape, plowing, the reason we do it, I have kind of an idea, but I'd have to ask Carson, Garrett, and Chuck more what it really does for the soil. To me, just by running the field cultivator and spraying on plowed ground, feels like the soil is way more aerated, and it's way more loose. I mean, you can run your hand through it, and it just flows so nicely, and it's like perfect. Whereas the ripper, it's more of a lot of clumps. And they're really annoying, but I don't really know. It helps with grass pressure in some spots, it seems. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an expert yet, but there's holes everywhere. Sure looks cool. It's really fun. There's the furrow. Pretty straight, actually. Well, it's definitely not perfect, but it's got some duct tape on her, so she should be good to go for a little bit. I think, hopefully, praying. We are plowing again, though. Moving right along. Okay guys, so having some issues again, believe it or not. Shocker, right? That didn't really help the camera much, but I am starting to lose traction out here actually. Like, not the wheels inside the tracks, these tracks actually are slipping. Sometimes you'll get like liquid or moisture in between the track and the rim and it'll slip, but I'm having traction issues with the tracks themselves, just not being able to grip it. I mean, I got weight on the front, I got weight on the back, and I'm still just starting to slip, and it's pulling like a, I don't know if it's pulling like a sow or what, but yeah, it just started slipping really weird. I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm curious to know if the whole field is gonna pull and slip like that, or if like it was just the spot I got in and I just got really unlucky, because I don't understand why it was just slipping there. The rest of that all pulled just fine. I had no slipping at all. I don't think I slipped one bit ever. I don't understand why now it slips. I don't know, it has been one heck of a Saturday. That was a rough day. Carson, if you end up watching this, I am sorry for such a stressful day. Because this is not a good day for me. There goes one of the trucks. Not a good day at all. So I'm basically just taking this thing back up to the place there. It's right across the road. I'm going to take it back up to the place and shut her down, and I think I'm just going to call it a night. Another Saturday. Kind of a, you know, like I said, kind of just a bad day. Wish I could have gotten a lot more done, but I don't know. I at least, on the bright side, I know now how to set up a land. I do know how to do that now. So I learned something on the day. I also learned that I can screw a lot up in one day. Here comes the sun. Oh no, it's perfectly behind the trees. Oh nice. Alright. I think I'm gonna go play gopher and just drive around and check everything out. The one thing about the old F-250, it turns about as well as the Titanic. So yeah, that corner was never going to be made in one turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go maybe check out, see what combines are doing, drive by, maybe swing in, ride. I have no idea. Doesn't look too bad. I'll take it. It looks good, but yeah, I don't know. It's pulling pretty hard. I think they're gonna have to bring it out of the ground a couple inches or something, and I don't really know how to do that. Sad, sad, sad. Let's see if I think they put manure down. Whoa! What the heck's this dog doing? This looks pretty black. I don't know what got done to this. I don't know if it was ripped or what it was. I really don't know. Put manure on this. So yeah, that was bean ground. Well, day's not over. I lied. Day is definitely not over. I'm going to run the quad track now. I just drove by the combines to see what they were doing. They were all eating when I drove by, so there wasn't much going on, but yeah, now I'm headed to the quad track. I am jumping machines tonight. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong. I don't see, with that disc gripper and the quad, what could go wrong, but hopefully nothing happens. That kind of sucks. There's the quad. It's a long walk, and I'm tired. My legs hurt. That is a long walk. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. But I suppose I will walk that far. pretty beautiful night, actually. Temperatures are pretty good. Sunset wasn't terrible. I'm gonna park over here. Right here. Right there. That should do it. Where's all my stuff? Okay, good. I thought I forgot it on the tractor. False alarm. We're good. This is rough. This is... Ooh, this is a hike. Why so far away? My goodness. My legs are tired. Why couldn't you be a little bit closer? Huh. Yeah, it's like the tractor just, they stopped it and left. It looks pretty bizarre. I know the reason behind it, but it just looks really weird. It's like time just stopped for this machine. The door's unlocked, but the key is missing. I see. I see. I got the key. Whoa, that's bright. Wow. Okay. Voila. Doing some ends. There's a lot of compaction on these ends. It's really hard ground. Pulls pretty hard. You gotta go in a pretty low gear. As you can see, we're moving pretty slow. 5 miles an hour is about all I can really get. Got all sorts of stuff going on over there. Backing the truck up right now. I kind of missed it all, actually. There was a lot of action going on. There were trucks flying around everywhere, semis flying in. It was pretty eventful. And I just get to sit here and watch it all unfold. Doing some ends. It's pulling hard, so I'm in a low gear again. I'm going really slow. This is where things break too.
11:17 to go, fourth quarter. Iowa State 27, Kansas State 13. Cyclone second and 10. From the Kansas State 32-yard line. Pistol formation with Tyrell Brock as a running back. Purdy takes the snap, spins and hands it off. Tyrell up the middle. And he fights his way to the 26-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 27. So speed of 5 on the run for Tyrell Brock.
Looks like possibly a mocktail or something right over there.
Military veterans and their families. Roundup purchases about in store or online at Hy-Vee will match all funds raised up to $100,000. And right now, I feel cool even here. It would be big if we make it a 3-score game. Tyrell Brock's going to stay in there.
This is it. This right here. This is hopefully the last of it. Hopefully. I don't think there's anything else here. Well, I think that's it for this field. Should be anyways. I don't think there's anything else here. Right? This right here is all done. I looked. We must have switched fields at some point and done whatever. I don't know. But yeah, the rest of the field looks like it's pretty well done. So yeah, I'm gonna fold up, head right across the road, park it, find my truck, see if anybody's back at the grain leg, and then I'm gonna head home because I am tired. It's Saturday, and I'm really hungry. I really should have eaten supper when I had the chance, but I didn't because I'm a genius. It's been a long day. There we go. Back at the place now. I don't know if anyone's here. I have absolutely no clue where anyone is. So, yeah. Thankfully, my truck's just over there, so I don't have to go hunt for that this time. That'll be nice. Oh, look at that. There's another beauty. The exhaust is not as beautiful, but it's a beauty. Don't judge it by its stack.
Feel it on the back of your knuckles. So what'd you do today? I know you finished over here, but what were you doing before that?
Started off in the mock till, then I had a fuel leak on that, so that shut down. Then I went to run a plow for a little while, but then I started losing traction, so that shut down. Then I went and jumped in the quad, and that actually ran well for the day. Well guys, that's it for today. I am tired. It's Saturday. I need food. I need to sit in the hot tub. And I need to go to bed. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, as rough as it was for me. So, yeah, see you next time.